Hey guys, and welcome to my review of Life is Strange Before the Storm. It is the prequel to the critically acclaimed Life is Strange. It also uses the episodic format found in the previous game, and one could call this a visual novel or a graphic adventure. It was, however, developed by Deck 9 rather than Dontnod, which developed the previous game. It is not action-oriented and it heavily relies on the story to keep things interesting. This game came with 3 episodes, and a bonus episode which is yet to be released sometime in March. I have played all 3 episodes and have even watched others play it too. There will be spoilers for the previous game, just a warning. You play as a younger version of Chloe Price who is still having trouble with grief and loss. Her father died in a car accident, her best friend left her with no reply, and her mother is dating someone she really dislikes. This plays a heavy role on shaping the mood of the game. It starts out as very gloomy and sad. It's also up to you how things will turn out in the story since the main component of this game is making decisions. That sounds kind of boring, but I personally think a lot of the decisions in this game were hard-hitting. You get to explore the small town of Arcadia Bay and all its twisted quirks and secrets. A lot of new characters are introduced, and you'll get to see how they'll be able to affect Chloe's life in general. You'll also get to meet arguably the most awaited character, Rachel Amber. She is shown to be such a perfect girl at first, but then is later known to have problems of her own. I think they did a great job of introducing this character. They kept building up the reputation and personality of Rachel in the first game, but you never actually end up meeting her. This prequel shows how Rachel went from the ideal perfect daughter to the infamous party girl. This element of the story felt very realistic. Rachel and Chloe's relationship can also develop very quickly, and one might now understand why Chloe was so emotional about Rachel's disappearance in the first game. Basically, you get an understanding of how things became what they are. The script and dialogue were fantastic. The lines really showed each character's personality. They also had some lines that were so sad it could pierce through your soul. The story has a few different outcomes, and sometimes some scenes can have more dialogue based on your decisions. Chloe didn't have the power to manipulate time like Max did in the first game, which made the decision making even more intense. This aspect was actually pretty entertaining. Moving on to the other aspects of the game, the soundtrack was truly amazing. They got the British rock band Daughter to write and perform the score. The game was accompanied by music that felt very fitting. The music added even more emotion to so many thought-provoking scenes. After finishing the game, the soundtrack is still very admirable on its own. No complaints here. The voice acting, on the other hand, could be argued as imperfect. Every character's voice actor from the first game were replaced due to the video game voice actor strike. I personally feel that Chloe's voice actor is a hit or miss for most people. I think she did a great job on making Chloe sound a bit younger, but there were some lines that felt too awkward. It felt like forced awkwardness.
Rescat power, activate.
Most voice actors did a good job, but there are a few characters here and there who didn't do as well in my opinion. The graphics in this game are pretty similar to the first game, but some could argue it lacks some textures, especially in the facial features. I personally wasn't affected by this at all. I think the graphics are fine and there were some scenes with beautiful visuals. The game's focus isn't graphics anyway, so don't expect photorealistic graphics. The lip syncing, on the other hand, looks way better than in the first game.
Oh, everybody loves her. Little Miss Perfect.
So you're jealous of Rachel Amber. That's what's happening right now. Gotcha.
I played this with an AMD A8 7600, an NVIDIA GTX 750 Ti, and 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM in dual channel at 1080p. It ran well at max settings, although I've heard complaints about some stutter in some scenes. I personally didn't notice much since I was so hooked to the story. Overall, I give this a 4.5 out of 5. I personally felt that episodes 1 and 2 were amazing and well paced. Episode 3, on the other hand, felt so rushed. So many things happened in such a short span of time. One could say that since it is the final episode, it has to be more intense than the previous ones. But I really wish they could have made more episodes. Also, Rachel and Frank's relationship wasn't really shown, so that was kind of disappointing. They left a lot of questions unanswered. There are so many possible plot lines that could still be added to the story, which many fans would probably like. My only complaint is the lack of episodes or answers. I really got attached to the story and a lot of the characters. I played this game weeks ago, yet it is still stuck in my mind. I think this is a great game that narrated such a sad but beautiful story. So is it worth the buy? Well, from everything I've said so far, you're probably not surprised for me to say yes. It is worth it. I think it's worth full price if I'm being honest. If you did not like the first game, however, I wouldn't recommend this. And even though I think it's worth full price, I'd say wait for a sale if you're not too eager to play this game immediately. But that's just kind of common sense. Speaking of waiting for a sale, why not try subscribing to Humble Monthly? It is an online monthly service wherein you pay $12 each month and you get games worth over $100. They are usually given as Steam key codes. I've used Humble Bundle myself and had have no problems. Last month's bundle included games such as Life is Strange and Civilization 6. Use my referral link shown on screen or in the description to check it out. If you subscribe using that link, I get a small referral fee which would really help my channel out. I would highly appreciate it. That's all I have for this review. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe for similar content in the future. Also, leave a comment if you feel like I missed anything or you want to leave any insights. Thanks for watching and I hope you have a great day.